to you all. Happy Saturday. This is at least the day of the week that I'm filming this on. So whenever you find this timeless message, you guys, and irregardless of what pile you may or may not resonate with here today for your angel message, please know. Same deal, general collective message, all right? So please take what resonates and let the rest go. There is some synchronicity to letting go for sure. We are letting go in just a few short days of another year under our belt, if you can believe that. All right. Transforming out of the year 2025, Love and Light Spoonie, and into the year 2026. All right. And I don't say that lightly. Transforming, it feels like that's like an understatement. There's a lot that goes into transformation. All right. Okay, thanks. All right, Spoonie, send an email if that makes sense. I'm not gonna lie, I have a lot of sun activity going on right now, as you can see, my forehead. All right, and so the screen visibility is not optimal. So if it seems like that I'm ignoring you, it's just that I'm not seeing everything. But I was like, I'm still gonna come on because we're gonna do this. Okay, there is some synchronicity to understanding the assignment here lately as well. So, this time of year, aside from it being like a lot of the, majority of the holidays that we iconically know for various reasons, whether we participate in them or not, aside from that being the case in, the month of December leading into January, it's also a time of reflection because, I mean, again, you are literally climbing out of something here, from one year into the next. And, of course, that feels like, sounds like, seems like, to variable degrees, a lot of different things. I'll give you that. But the general consensus is that, it is a period often for most of reflection. And the divine have really just been giving me download after download of a list of what I'll call friendly reminders, things like, maintaining your knowance of your why, right? A lot of us from the year, I'll go back to 2020, right? Another pretty iconic year. And really wasn't that long ago, if you really step back. And yet so much has happened. A lot of people are no longer with us in physicality anymore, right? And same deal, whether they're walking around or not, they're not necessarily with us in frequency, in timeline, as it were. Okay. A lot of us from the year 2020, hell, from the beginning of 2025 till now, even though it's not over yet, and there might be some synchronicity to those words. It's not over yet for some, maybe not all. But, a lot has happened just internally, but this does mean a whole host of differences. Change is inevitable, right? And I'd like to say, friendly reminder, that this period of reflection is also inevitable or meant to be to some degree. um I can tell you that on a personal note, divine has been asking me to really reflect on my own personal journey, you know um not simply and solely looking forward, but there is often, okay, I don't want to say a need, because I don't want anyone to misconstrue this, and I don't want to have any part in to the reasoning behind why somebody might be stuck in the past, as it were. It's not a call to get stuck in the past, I promise. All right, love and light, Sattvish. um it's a call to really honor like how you're not in the past anymore, how the past really can't contain you any longer, how the past really isn't in your present. And if you're saying, well, when I look into my past, well, it's all still very much there in my present, that might be a call for you to really kind of deepen your aspect here of this reflection in this time, okay, or whenever you find this message. Love and light, Carrie, Devlin. All right. um there's also some heavy hitting energy regarding discipline. Um, and not in the means that you may have received the messages previously, not simply just for what discipline is and what it can mean, but honoring the fact that you do have that. And from this point forward, choosing how you will continue to, or, revamp the ways that you are, utilizing the strength that definitely is part and parcel of the power that is within you. Okay. Honoring self, honoring divinity, honoring the past for what it is, and how, though it's part of who you are and where you're going, perhaps to some degree, it's not the telltale sign of much of that at the same time. Isn't that weird and amazing and awesome at the same time, simultaneously? And yes, you all are. you know, Gone are the days where, any one of us should be looking to simply blend in, you know? Um, we're not meant to not shine. Maybe this all of the sun activity is of some synchronicity as well, right? Can't help but to shine, even on some of those darker days, some of those harder times, okay? And even regarding those darker days and harder times, they still are part and parcel of how you get to be the beautiful you, whether guy, girl, what have you, right? If you want me to say handsome, I can say handsome, but really, I'm talking way beyond aesthetics here. I'm talking about your light, you know? How could light simply be beautiful and or simply be handsome when it is so much more, and often to include wonderment, right? So, um, long story short, you're being asked to give yourselves a free pass to trust your intuition from this point on. I mean, you have made it to this point, and that is pretty much as tangible of a piece of evidence as you're going to get at this point as to how you are capable, as well as amazing, if I do say so myself. But you should damn sure be joining in that sentiment regarding you, to be clear. And again, another friendly reminder. All right. So I do have a pick a pile message, you guys. We only have 2 piles. But your girl, loving and light in the collective as ever. I do have something for us as a whole. Okay, it's not really a pile in and of itself, but it's also kind of the general sentiment of, irregardless of what pile you may resonate with. Okay, no one left behind, no one left out. Okay, we are all in this together. This is New Earth. Okay. Many of you, if you know about the current goings on in the astral, in the cosmos, all right, in the sky, however you might want to term what is almost obvious at this point. Okay. And Three Eye Atlas is definitely a part of that. All right. Definitely check that Facebook group we got going on over there. The group, not just the page, you guys. I do have it as a closed group just to be protective, okay? But you're very much capable of joining it nonetheless, all right? So check out what we got going on over there. I do go in a lot more in depth in a lot more of topics outside of just the tarot, because I feel it's more appropriate in that forum, in that platform. Okay, so different strokes for different folks. I'm also mindful of that. So definitely check the description box below this video and any video you may find on this channel. If you've not yet made yourselves familiar and have yet joined, all right, please do. The links are all there. It's all free. Okay. Um, so long story short, I'm just going to get into the general sentiment here before we get into our official piles, and I will be ringing the bell for the freebies. Please, in the meantime, if you've yet to make yourselves familiar, please check for the description box below this video or any video on this channel, okay, to find out all aspects of the live stream roles for you to receive your free tarot message today. All right, if you don't do that, everyone's going to know, and you're not going to get your freebie. And not that I want to call you out for that, and not that I want that highlighted, that you wouldn't be part and parcel of the group that is following the rules, but that's kind of what the experience is going to include if you're not following all the rules. And you have the choice to help that or not. And gosh, I really hope you just do follow along. All right, they're in place. not to be harmful, but to be quite helpful. And if you're here, you should be happy to help. Okay, we're all in this together. Can't say it enough. And thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for those that do come on. You do the damn thing, you follow along, and you make the experience pleasurable. And I appreciate you all for that. Much love and light, you guys. All right. So your gut knows what's up. Trust that bish. Okay. I didn't make the cards. All right. This is one of the spiritual AF decks that I was actually the spiritual AF deck that I was guided to. The next card out for the collective. You can't heal a wound by saying it's not there. Right? Avoidance is really no longer the answer. Um, even if you're putting your best foot forward towards a resolution is to surrender. All right. So I'm not unmindful that we are not here with full control over all things always and in always. And you know what? I kind of celebrate that fact because could you imagine the level of responsibility that we'd be then met with if that were the case? Think about that. You know what I mean? So, and there is something that does remind me for current energies collectively coming through regarding the topic, I'll say it that way, the subject matter, as it were, of that of free will. I do see pile number two. If this aspect of what we're talking about resonates, you may be drawn and or connected to pile number two, because we do have a lot of questioning of the spiritual variety as well. Okay, it's giving dark night of the soul energy. Doesn't have to be that deep of a situation. Could be just that you've been at this for a while now. Pile number two when we get there. But if that's you, please stick around. Get something out of this. I'm not here to get the messages for myself. It's literally a collective thing, which means your energy, if you're in this collective, is definitely attached to this, and I want you to get what you came here to get out of this message. Okay, irregardless of from pile one or two. But avoidance is just not the answer. All right, surrender may be, and that's not the same as avoidance, to be clear. We'll get there. Love like people aren't total a-holes. Okay, and here's why, because what you put out comes back around to you. All right. Now, this is not a call to be a punching bag of any sorts, proverbial, literal. All right. If you're dealing with people, places, hell, even things, all right, that are hurting you like that and that bad, that's a telltale sign. They're not your people. Abort mission. Okay. Remove yourself or remove them, whichever makes the most sense to say in that case, okay? Because you acting like the problem ain't there, acting like the abuse isn't there, is not going to action your ass away from the experience of all of that that you now know you damn sure do not deserve nor desire. So make sense of that immediately, okay? By making it make sense, not the avoidance. All right, stop trying to skip the effing struggle. All right, now we're not here simply and solely to struggle. Okay, I won't even tell you that I personally believe that we're here to struggle. I personally believe that we are here to learn. And a lot of times you've got catalysts, and some of them are called struggles. You know what I mean? And so it is what it is. You know, you've got to honor the all to be able to honor yourselves. Think about it. To be able even to honor God, Goddess, the divine, higher selves. See how it all comes full circle into the source, creator, light, life force energy. All right. That same spark that is in your within. Okay. Um, Now, regarding the struggle, we know about that life, right? So we all know that we've had to literally alchemize through some heavy shit. Okay, wounding comes to mind, and there are many types. Okay, you can get physical wounds, you can get emotional wounds, and gosh, for those that don't know, you've got a few bodies too. You've got your physical body, you've got an emotional body, a metaphysical body, okay, a light body, all of that, right? And so, you experiencing experiences, you living your life, well, you might say life be lifing, can produce some wounding. All right. Now let's talk about it. Your wounds, probably not your fault. Probably not. Okay. Even if you had to play the blame game, so what of it, okay? Because just because in this life, or however it makes sense to say, because everything, everywhere, all at once, those that know, right? In any one journey, we'll put it that way. You can get wounded, definitely not your fault, even if it is. Are you supposed to sit there, stay there, and be that? No, that's not on the menu, babe, right? So now what? Well, though it may not be your fault, you gotta, again, honor the fact that the healing process is part and parcel of your responsibility. Now, it's not a doom and gloom message, okay? Because you're not here to do it always and in always, all by yourself. That's also not on the menu, okay? So utilize your spiritual guidance team for assistance. Call upon your angels. We've got angelic realm presence, all right, being confirmed for your life. You found this message? Hell, you found this channel? You're welcome for the friendly reminder, just saying, okay? So if that's you really needing to take a step back and see what really it is, what all the it really is or can be, should you change your perception, then do it, okay? Because what you don't want to do is be the one that avoided doing the work, that avoided facing feelings, that avoided facing self, that avoided facing demons, right? Whether within or without, okay? Just saying, speaking to a lot of people, right? Not calling any one of you out. However, you are all being asked with this friendly reminder energy. Again, friendly reminder to call yourself out on any bullshit you find you're producing, perhaps. I'm not here word cursing you, saying you're damn sure producing it. Just check if you find any, call it out for what it is, keep it moving in gratitude, love, and light. There's no hate here. There's no disdain here or, um, you know, um, contempt for you, right? So don't you produce that for you either. Ooh, is that for somebody? Just saying, you guys. All right. And laughter, we all know, is medicine. Use it. That's a really good one. That's a medication I stand by. Okay. So if you know that when you get out of bed or not, the feelings are not high vibes, all right? It's not giving. Find a way to laugh, right? Laugh it off, even if you gotta. Okay? Do what makes sense here for you. But what doesn't make sense is you staying in any one particular place, in any one particular vibrational frequency that no longer serves you for what you want out of this life and out of this experience. And you have permission to give yourself permission to not only know that, but act like it. All right? Why? Because you're here to manifest the fuck out of your dreams every time, not just sometimes, not just once, not just maybe. So give yourselves that permission, okay? So that's what I have for the opening, all right? We didn't get to the piles yet. And for those that don't know, okay, pile number 1, this is your marker, clear quartz, double terminated. Pile number 2's marker is the selenite wand, all right? Maybe of some synchronicity, doesn't have to be, maybe just something you're drawn to, okay? Pile number 1 or pile number 2 for today is what we have, you guys, okay? So the bell has rung, and for those that know what to do, okay, you may do so now and ask your question. Much love and light. Love and light, Mario Ignacio. All right, you guys, if I don't have any questions, no worries, right? But I'm on a little bit of a schedule today, right? You guys, please do me a favor, even if you're not going to ask a question. Please, if you and those that really should be doing this, here's what you're going to know. You're going to know that you're already enjoying yourself here. You're going to know that you are enjoying the vibe. You're going to feel like there's something I'm here to give you, okay? If that's you, I not only want you to stick around, but please hit that like so others, okay, that are already connected can come online with us, okay? This life is far more spiritual, and so that's what I mean about the connectivity, okay, to be clear. But I really appreciate you guys helping the channel, okay, be seen on that algorithm so that we can get more freebies and really great advice and whatever else your spiritual guidance team has to give you all right, through this channel out there to more beautiful souls like yourselves, all right? So, Spoonie, you know the rules. You gotta frame it so that I can answer yes or no, right, babe? All right, I'll give you time to think on that, and we will again ring the bell. For now, we'll just get into pile number one because I do have a time frame here that I have to deliver this message within. Okay, so bear with. All right, and I will again ring the bell. No worries. So current energies for pile number one. You could have recently eaten at a diner. Could be some significance to hot air balloons, milk, ice cream, cow, whether pattern or the animal or the spirit, animal totem. Could be some significance to New Year's plans, New Year's resolutions here coming through. All right. As well as coffee and toast. All right. There could be some synchronicity about a cruise. Maybe somebody works on a cruise ship. Maybe somebody recently had to fly out. Could be something about international waters as well as Italy. Okay. And the long story short here is you're going to resonate with this pile number one. If you have been feeling essentially asked out over a lover's situation, okay, something that you still to this day hold as some form of wish fulfillment, at least from your current perception. All right. It's giving the one that got away kind of energy. There could be drinking involved regarding this. All right. Maybe somebody works in like I'm hearing like hotel concierge, but I don't know what that's called on a ship though. There is some significance to a cruise ship. So I don't know if you just went somewhere. Somebody could have a little dog. Could be brown, doesn't have to be the case. There could have been a situation as well with your luggage. It was like, where is it for like 2 hot minutes? But like, I'm getting that you got it. It's fine. I don't even know that it was like actually like totally 1,010% loss, but it was like a big like, what if? Okay. Um, this could have been a situation that you walked away from. Okay. I'm hearing I had to. I had to. This isn't something you wanted to do. If you had what you wanted to do, you would be like right now with this person, not even needing to even figure out what's going on in tarot land, right? I get that. So I get that so much. Okay. And this person, really ask you to utilize a lot of strength to find out about who you are or what you will. That's an old rhetorical question for the channel that I used to ask the collective weekly. You guys, my A1 day ones know, right? And it goes like this, quote, "What will you will?" End quote, right? And the sentiment there behind the rhetorical question is, what are you willing to do, to receive, to be, right? To maintain and to tolerate versus what you are, and maybe more aptly stated, are no longer willing, right? So this person damn sure taught you lessons. It even came out in the cards. All right. This gives like the propensity potentially to have a high spiritual aspect to this connection, this bond, this connectivity. And so, of course, the pool would be great here. This is not a situation where normally you would want to walk away from. It's like, after identifying like this, is the love of my life. See you later. Like that does it usually is not really a thing that's even in the same book, let alone chapter or verse, right? Could be some significance to book, chapter, verse. Maybe somebody is an author here, okay? Or likes to read, or should be an author, or should read more, right? Take what resonates here, but maybe you've been reading up on this person somehow even. There could be others that were milling about, whether on the side of your garden or theirs, that really, because I'm just hearing like whispers, like, a lot of like, yeah, somebody does not want me to say that part. Okay, so let's go tell it then. Since you don't want me to say that shit, we'll just get in that ass. How about that? How about that? Let's see. So what? I don't take kindly to threats. So we're not doing that. Could be some significance to rainbow energy, LGBTQ plus, perhaps. Does not have to be, you guys, just because I'm saying rainbow doesn't have to be LGBTQ plus, okay, to be clear. You see what this card says? And posting social media at you, right? Scorned love, all right? Whether this is on the part of your person or you. Oh, Lord. So this person had insecurities. I mean, yeah, this person could be at a distance. What is interesting about pile number one, and I know this because I've gone ahead and pulled most of the cards, you guys, you're definitely being guided to cleanse not only your space as of now, but also like your vessel. Um, I'm getting a download about something that I understand. I don't know that it needs to be gone into thoroughly. And the reason why I say that is because I'm being protective. I don't know. I'm just getting that there could be some cross-watcher energy. But long story short, if you know you've had sexual relations with this person, and on top of that, especially if you know that this person was also having relations at parties you weren't at, you definitely want to cleanse. Okay, it's called maintenance, right? Spiritual maintenance makes sense. But I'm also getting that you would know if this is not for everyone just because it's pile number one, right? But you would know, especially if you've already had like questions about, is this, is there, how do I say this? For some of you here, this person, okay, this person that you're pining after, the wish fulfillment that's gone away, right? They could have the scorned lover, irregardless of whether or not they do. There were instances where this person was not so stingy with their energies, and whoever else they were connecting to, kind of same deal, right? Long story short, because this life is far more spiritual, there are certain entities, beings that use different vessels for the same manipulation and or mission. Chosen ones know, okay? It sounds all crazy because it is, right? Yeah. That they even try it because the shit never really works, does it? Ugh, ooh, darn, right? You can use some pyrite to help you with your protective measures, even referable to technology. This also, with the technology being brought up, bolsters the credibility that there is an online, and I don't know if you want to say you're being gang stalked, but this would be somebody where it's like, okay, I know I'm dealing with somebody. Somebody could be, damn sure my person, but there is something around my person, with my person, or trying to be with my person that I wouldn't even fuck with, kind of thing. And that energy, entity, being, okay, not necessarily these people, is what is intending to get with you, kind of thing. And I'm not really talking simply and solely sexually, you guys. It's just that when you do certain actions, activities, you do create certain portals and accesses. Makes sense? Hopefully this is so cleanse. Okay, cleanse that if you know that's you. All right. That's not everybody connected to pile number two and their lover, right? But that's somebody something, because I had to come through and I had to get real specific on that one. Lord, I tried not to, but I had to, okay? And you're being guided into this hangman energy, all right, just to kind of, this is kind of giving, I don't know why the biblical reference, but it's like, make sure you follow these instructions, right? You put the, what was it, the string out? Was it a string dipped in, was it blood? I don't know. There was, let me look this up because that's going to bother me. Because it's giving like All right, we're transitioning out of the year 2025 into the year 2026. Most of y'all already have seen evidence of how people could not be here anymore. Okay? By here, again, new earth, not hopping rocks, hopping planets. It's really talking about the conscious, the frequency. Okay? So when you do this work, when you honor the struggle for what it is to the point where you make it beautiful and you climb out of it, not make it beautiful because you just delusion yourself into thinking, no, this is my comfort zone and this is all I'll ever receive out of life. But no, you actually manifest the fuck out of your path to the point where it is becoming beautiful. That's that new earth, okay? Those that know, because you've been doing the work, you understand exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I pray you catch up. You know what I mean? Because I really want you to get this. That's not me being an asshole to anybody. It's not me trying to segregate anyone from anything. I really want us all to get what we came here for. Okay. And I mean that. You know, that's why I'm often passionate about delivering these messages. Okay. And some of them are not the easiest. I'll give you that. Okay. I'm noticing myself, right? I mean, we've got this death card, but look how vibrant and hope filled and maybe even clarity filled this is. But yet, right, current energies are giving, oh my gosh, the world is ending. You know what I mean? Current energies is given like I could maybe make a little spark over here, but it fizzles out immediately. The whole time, this is really the reality of the situation. It's like, yes, there are endings so that the new beginnings can come through. Did you want to stay stuck in this? Yes, no, maybe so, hot, cold, I don't know. Like, no. Nobody's trying to be stuck there. You're going to have to wait for the bell to ring, RS or Aries XOXO. All right? Please, in the meantime, check that description box so you know how to do what you'd have to do then, okay? And why is this all happening to you? Well, for justice. Don't you want that? You said you did. When you cried out to God, Goddess, hell, even your higher power, maybe even no one at all. Maybe you thought no one at all was there. But you cried out, okay? For what? Justice. Didn't you come here for justice? For self and others, perhaps, right? Makes sense. Chosen ones. Okay? So, allow the wheel of fortune to move for you. It's not rolling over you. Even if it is, okay? It's for your good, right? It's like maybe there was something attached there or something where it's rolling over you at so that it breaks it off of you. It's helping you, honey. It's not hurting you simply and solely. I'm not here to sugarcoat it. I'm not saying it's painless, right? But it is not here rolling anywhere over you or not, okay? To simply and solely hurt you. It's for you. It is necessary, okay? Just like death is necessary. For what? Rebirth. You got to get out of the way sometimes. There's something about making sure you walk away from people, places, and things, mindsets, personality traits, perhaps, that no longer serve you. All right. And you got to be honest with this. You got to go deep. You got to take it back to childhood even. Look at old photos of yourselves in different timelines. Really, you'll see it when you look back. Wow, is that, it's not even the person I am. You know how many times I look back at photos and it's not really just about just the aesthetic, although the aesthetic also does change. It's interesting. But it's really about like the essence that you'll see, right? Shifts from one version of yourself to the next, and you keep going and you keep growing and you keep glowing. And some people can't stand that about you, pal number one. Makes sense. We already, like, moments into your pile, had to check the evil eye deck. All right. So continue to utilize your strength, all right, for those that have those beautiful feline familiars, all right. Definitely communicate with them in the ways that you already do. They may have something, you might have some sort of knowledge imparted through an experience or an encounter with them. There's something about pay attention to your, I almost said children. Maybe somebody here has cats, like, you know, fur babies, the way that others might have children of the human variety, right? There could be some significance to seeing a cardinal, whether before or after this message. Okay. There are signs and wonders and synchronicities and messages of remembrance as well as hope being afforded unto you now if you'll only be open to them and honor them and not avoid them. Okay. So that you get to this beautiful new beginning. You are expected to co-create. So you can't just sit and wait for it to come in, because you've got to create it. And again, going back to this new earth, it's consciousness based. You don't have to fly on a rocket somewhere to get to a destination, okay? You are co-creating it with that same light that we talked about, that life force energy of the one, the creator, the all. All right? So wow, this is really good news, even though it feels like this. See, if we only focused on the broken part of the picture, it might not seem as pleasant or as glorious as it truthfully is. And this is part of the experience, all right, that this lover's connection is assisting you with understanding. See, we're not here just simply and solely to ride off into the sunsets, watching dolphins also do the same thing with their lovers, kind of thing, right? On bareback horses atop white sands, right? That can be part of the experience. I'm not here to take that away from you. It's just not the whole complete aspect of the picture, right? Like we just talked about with this too, you know? It's like any kind of picture that you want to create or look at or magnify, right? There are aspects of it that maybe are much more pleasing to the eye, pleasing to the senses, right? But does that take away some of the brokenness, some of the disjointed, the static? No. So you do have to make sure that you are looking at the all in all, and that does include part and parcel, not simply and solely the struggle, right? The brokenness. What actually broke you open, broke you down to assist you. Oh, there's that death and rebirth with building back up. All right. Now, why would that be that you would ever have to rebuild anyhow? Is that simply and solely punishment? Is it just because you're here to live out a life that's unfair to you? Again, I don't know how many times we have to say it. Death is necessary, right, for rebirth. You don't get rebirth without the rebuilding, usually. Just saying, okay? So, this is really a place of honor, okay? And long story short, you and this person, all right, this feels very twin flamey, you guys, just saying. And I see you both have been holding on to each other in certain respects. Definitely not talking, though, apparently, as I almost bit my tongue off, all right? Yet the passion is there. King of Wands. I mean, this is really like feeling like a vessel of sorts about to boil over, perhaps, right? A lot of cups, you guys. A lot of emotionality, yes, but I'm getting that, maybe with that mirrored aspect, perhaps, those that do know this is your twin, you guys could be overcoming certain aspects of addictions, aspects of habits, habitual goings-ons, right? And really, the long story short is you guys are definitely still on the table, no pun intended, as I look at these two cups on the table, to actually be a thing, all right? To actually have this new beginning. And you know what? I'm looking at the Ace of Cups, all right? Any ace, okay, doesn't matter of what suit, is definitely talking about divine breakthrough assistant type of energy. And look at that. It's almost like that sun energy that we encountered a few moments ago, right? Popping in just as a friendly reminder that this is still a thing. All right, I do see you've been being watched. You could be having some sort of online blow up. Maybe you have some sort of online community. Maybe you do like what I do kind of thing. Doesn't have to be the case, all right? But I do see that you walking away, calling judgment, choosing you, allowed for you to gain so much clarity, all right, that it took away the lack of clarity from this person being able to realize you're the one, the option, the one, the two, the three, and the four. And after that, you don't need no more. It's still you, right? This person could be Capricorn, doesn't have to be the case. There's really everybody here, from what I can see. I'm also hearing Aquarius energies as well, through the channeling. But this was a moment of epiphany, right? But also, to be clear, this was a painful moment for this person. So if you want to, pile number one, look at the amount of pain real quick. We're not getting stuck there, to be clear, okay? That this person had caused you in your needing to walk away and you're having to walk away. That's comparable. I mean, it's not a contest, right? But it's comparable to the amount of pain that this person really had to feel, all right, on the strength of this epiphany and whatever else was going on in their life, in their lifestyle as well. And you both are being called to accountability, all right, to maintain your sense of balance now that you do know what you do know, okay? And what I mean by that is, are you remaining faith-filled? Are you remaining disciplined? Are you remaining positive in your frequency, in your intentions? Okay. And there is a form of accountability that comes with this temperance energy, because you've got to be aware, checked in. You've got to not be avoidant, okay, of self. Not even talking about this person, to be clear. I'm talking about not avoidant of self, of feelings, of personality traits, right? And really maintaining balance in what you know you want to receive in this experience called life, as well as this experience called connection. All right. This could damn sure be your twin flame with the Four of Wands. All right. Love and light. You made it. Don't be stalking the dude. um, much love and light, you guys. Happy Saturday. There could be some significance to parties, partying, Christmas time, religion, church. Um, I mentioned garden as well. There could have been like some of you could have had like some outdoor festivities of sorts around some sort of celebration or time of celebration or holiday. Okay. Somebody could have a purple door, or purple could be a color of some significance. This could also be speaking to the obvious um, crown chakra opening that this person, I mean, basically assisted you. I mean, I know it was painful. I know you want to say like they did all these other specific things, but this life is far more spiritual. And long story short, this person did actually assist you with coming into yourself, cracking you open a bit. It's like, oh, hold on. Well, what? I thought I was just insert name of title and position at work, right? It's like, no, you're so much more than, right? Let's another thing comes to mind. You go to church all your life and you're like, oh, Yahweh, blah blah blah, and then you realize on the other side of this awakening, or some maybe even messages that you brought to this person, or vice versa, wait, there's more. Right? um but this person does want to come in and celebrate with you and celebrate you. Okay, again, this Wheel of Fortune, definitely not here to crush you. All right, I know you feel like you've been crushed already, but also with this Three of Wands, what I'm getting is they could come in any time between now and March, Christmas time in March, really. Okay, could be of some significance. Maybe somebody's birthdays are in the month of December, January, February, and or March. Doesn't have to be the case. All right. But again, current energies, okay, is not, you're going to say it's not giving. It's completely, but the whole time, all right, this justice stands for you. All right. So what you need to do from this point on is just to continue on, all right, putting your best foot forward, being protective of your own energies, okay? And, staying ready. And what I mean by that is not holding breath and inserting ass in the waiting room, right? Just listening to music, just wait. Oh, how about now? They coming in now? Did they text now? Is that... No. Continue living your life, because you have the ability, and you're being given the guidance right now, like starting right now at least, okay, to give yourself permission to do that, okay? Because yes, you can, and yes, you should, all right? And you know this because you've already walked away. You've already had to place the boundary. You've already had to choose yourself, all right? Now, I do have a message from this person. All right. Crazy thing is, it's giving simultaneously from this person, but also source. All right. Higher self, Holy Spirit, the Creator, God. However, you need the tag words to come out here. Okay. And they want you to know everything is possible. Again, current energies are giving like this darkness. It's giving dark night of the soul. It's giving nothing. Okay. Perhaps you might want to say, but everything, not nothing, is possible. Everything is possible. Okay. Pile number one. This person's saying, I'm so close you don't even know it. Like I'm right there. I'm right there. I'm right there in your orbit. I am right there in your frequency. I am right there ready to match your frequency, ready to match your vibe, ready to match your freak. I don't mind to talk about it. They're saying, I won't leave you again. All right. So I know you walked away from this person, but many of you walked away from this person because this person gave you no choice. It's like, what's there to talk about when you got your hand up in somebody's face talking about, I'm not listening, I'm not engaging, I'm not here, I refuse, I didn't sign up for this, you're not my person, I'm not your person, shut up, nothing, right? You gotta walk away. All right. So many of you, you know exactly your situation, situationship, relationship, connection, all right, history with this particular individual. And they're saying this won't happen again. Okay. They're saying, I can't wait to start a family with you. So whether you already got babies, whether they already got babies, whether you already want to make babies, whether they already want to make babies, y'all are coming together and you will, in your own very special ways, niche or not, blended or not, all right, maybe that's a movie of some significance. Blended, I love that movie. um they are going to come together with you, and however that makes sense, to make it make sense, actually be a family, actually be there, actually be not only on your team but on the same page, not only in the connection but for it, like with it, you know what I'm saying? Okay. But here again, clear your energy. All right. There is some residuals of the residuals. You know what I'm saying? That just, you just want to wash off. Okay. And they're saying, I love you, baby. All right. So, interestingly enough, there could be some significance to shades of gray. Somebody's name here could be Mike, Molly. Somebody's name could be Christian. Maybe somebody's name, like a last name, is gray, or gray is a color of some significance, right? But I was guided to this particular deck, even though it was actually utilized most heavily for pile number 2 here. But I do have one card for you, pile number 1. And I'm just going to read it out, okay? Because that's what I was told to do. So here we go. If you or your partner are prone to black and white thinking, where issues and experiences are often framed as right or wrong or good or bad, try to expand the gray scale of your perception by seeing things along a continuum. Instead of being at opposite ends of a polarized stance, imagine that you may just hold different positions along a spectrum, and that those positions might approach each other with additional explanation and understanding. Rigidity of position often belies fear, which might be something else worth exploring in a gentle manner. So please do not face yourself about this if you know that little ditty just resonated, okay? And long story short, this was a learning experience for you. Okay, it's not a doom and gloom, like, wow, you're just literally asked out. This person doesn't remember you, won't ever know you. It's not a thing. You're not connected even in the spiritual. It's the anti all of that in the most glorious sense of anti, to be clear. Okay. And there are blessings and abundance both connected to you and this person, especially when you are in this union. Okay. And this is also continuing on with the learning experience, a connection, a situation, an experience, a history that has allowed for you to really learn and grow into your perspective of being open towards your intuition, of being open towards the downloads that you already were capable and are still, to be clear, capable of receiving. Okay. It is part and parcel of that assistance, believe it or not, that this individual afforded you whether you were aware of that or not. And there is this heavy significance to that crown chakra, ascension, awakening, all right, that we just talked about, and part and parcel of your transformation. And that goes both ways, all right, transformation of self as well as transformation of this person, okay? And so when you look at it for really that big picture, not just the broken parts, it's really a beautiful experience as well as a beautiful history. See how you can see it that way now? I hope you can. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, so that concludes pile number 1. And the bell has again rung. All right, if you know what to do, you may do so now. If you're not aware, please familiarize yourself with that description box below this video and any video that you find on this particular channel so that you too can get your freebie tarot message today. I forgot to make mention, there is some synchronicity. I don't know that that's pile number 1 solely, though. I feel like it was part of the collective, but I did forget to mention it. There is a song by Sheryl Crow, Every Day is a Winding Road, that may be of some significance to you, or you might be guided to listen to that song so that you can get your own download. All right, just to continue in line with utilizing that strength, utilizing your intuition, and forging ahead, you guys. All right. Ooh, I love purple doors too, Spoonie. I painted my daughter's door to her room one time, a few years ago, in a rental that we were in. I got permission, and I painted the door purple, and I put like all these sparklies. It looked like the doors of the cosmos. I was all like, I wish that was my door. By the time I was done with it, it was so pretty. But yeah, I think that's the only experience I've had on a personal note with a purple door. Interestingly enough, you just don't come by them, that often, even to create them. All right, let's see. So, if we don't have any questions, this is so interesting, you guys. It's Saturday at that. You guys don't have any questions. All right, I'm not complaining. I'm just perplexed. That's all. Like, what timeline is this? Let me stop. All right. So better days ahead. Okay. And better clarity ahead too. Someone here might actually get an opportunity to be on TV somehow. I don't know if this is like just news related. It could actually definitely be. Oh my gosh. Ooh, wait, hold on. Let me not say that part yet. Hold on. Pile number 2. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Wow. Spirit just showed me that. It did not connect. Okay, let me get into it then. All right, let's see here. So pile number 2, all right, again, this was your marker, the selenite, okay? You might be guided to use it. Maybe you should use it. This is definitely a cleansing stone, all right, for sure, okay? It is self-charging, essentially, and charges any other crystal, basically, okay? So, current energies. Hate this for you, pile number 2. All right, 5 of Wands. Right? 5 of Wands, I don't care what the deck is. It's ouchy. Nothing really good there, usually. A lot of conflict, angst, strife, struggle also comes to mind. There could be some significance to skateboarding. Doesn't have to be the case. Maybe somebody just had some chocolate chip cookies, or you've been wanting some chocolate chip cookies. Now I want some chocolate chip cookies. No, it doesn't take much. Actually, I don't know. Chocolate, I'm like, is that my favorite cookie? I don't know. I think it's probably not my favorite cookie, but it's a good go-to. It's a classic go-to if you think about it, right? Let me get off the cookies. Yikes. Maybe somebody's been baking cookies for the holidays or something. I don't know why I'm stuck on these cookies. I haven't even been personally eating cookies, so like it's not me, you guys, I promise. But anyways, So here's the sitch. You're at the 5 of Wands and the 2 of Wands for current energies, pile number 2. Even when you add that up, it's still giving mid, right? I don't love it for you, okay? Here's your way out of it, though. You just got to make the decision. Some of you literally have a decision that you have to make, okay? Some of you've got to answer a call. Go figure with this Hierophant energy here. Ooh, you know what's so funny? The door kind of looked like that. Didn't really have the blues, but like if you made the blue a little bit more like Aurora Borealis type of sparklies, that's actually the color of the door that that I was just talking about that I had made for my daughter's room that year. That's so interesting. Anywho, um, this could be a very emotional choice for some. Maybe even trying to make choices is also simultaneously emotional for you. Maybe you're tired of making choices or problem number 2. It's like, I tried again, tried differently. You know what they say though, in spite of all that, try again. Okay. Um, and here's the keys, okay? So you definitely don't want to stay in that insanity loop. I'll give you that. And insanity is really like trying the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results, and it's like not a thing, right? And I'm not calling you out for even doing that. I do see that it's coming through the channeling. You tried again differently. Still trying not to give up, kind of thing, right? There is some Hierophant energy, Hierophant experience, Hierophant type of download. If you will be open, all right, to answering that call, if you will be open to receiving this message, okay, that on the other side of, whether it's you got to read a book, whether it's you got to sit your ass down and, be silent, okay, be willing, be open. Maybe you've got to pray a bit. Maybe that's your thing. However it makes sense to say it here, you've got to slow yourself down with intention, not just be slow, okay? Slow yourself down with intention to receive from the divine, all right? How could you do that? There are many ways, depending on who you are, depending on your makeup, your background, your belief system. There are many, many ways, okay? If you can't find one way, you send me an email and we can talk about it, all right? Because I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole today, all right? Um, but long story short, the Hierophant energy does talk about often, spiritual types of knowledge. Okay. And if this is something that has been calling to you, or maybe you feel like you're in the throes of trying to find that, okay, maybe there is some synchronicity to slowing it down. I've been there before. Divine's like, listen, Rome's not built in a day. You're not expected to, remove and rip away from the veil energy in one day. It's fun. You won't even leave here knowing everything always and in all ways. Anyhow, you're fine, right? You can't get so serious to the point where even though the things that you're going after or looking to experience more of are passion filled, you don't want to suck it dry. You know what I'm saying? By trying to keep up some sort of pace of ascension, it's not a thing. All right, your soul is very much in control of that aspect of timeline anyhow, not your ego. That's for somebody, okay? Ego, we don't hate, right? I know this is somebody, because I really want to sit my nose off of my face. Bear with me. It gets so itchy when I'm speaking this truth. Um, Gosh, it is just such an unnatural itch. I don't even know how to explain it all the way, but it is so unnerving. I just really wish that my guides would lessen that a bit. Not the truth, of course. Go figure. Even truth has after effects. I don't want to say side effects, so so I said after. Maybe there's some synchronicity about that. Some of you need to actually speak out your truth, and you know that there's going to be after effects on the other side of letting that one loose. Ooh. And so what of it? For those that can make sense of that. And right? I mean, the fact that you're still here to even wonder, like, okay, if I give this truth, means you're still standing. And so you've already lived through so much and overcome so much. So what of it? Right? Maybe there is some aspect of like, you know what? I've done this so much. I've alchemized so much. I've learned so much. I've tried so much. I've tried differently so much. I'm just getting like this disgruntled energy of this person that it's like I've helped so many people. I've helped like everyone I know, and I'm grateful, but at the same time, I want more. Like I want more for me. And not in a selfish way, but just in a way where you feel resolved, where you feel comfortable, right? Where you feel perhaps maybe it's more aptly stated seen, heard, received, right? Um Long story short, you are basically I'm hearing to say it this way, being broken open by spirit, not broken down, broken open. Okay. Yeah, yeah. But now what? To receive. This high priestess energy, essentially the counterpart of the Hierophant on the other side of the Knight of Cups, which is really the energy of you figuring shit out. Start, stop, fast, slow, yes, no, maybe so, right? Continuing on, not giving up, alchemizing. You see how that works? When you are talking about one person possessing both energies of that of the Hierophant and the High Priestess, that is balance at its finest. That is a baddie. That is the goal. This is end game goal right here. And you don't need anyone outside of you to get this. To be clear, I'm not talking about two people. I'm talking about my collective member here. Is that you? Pile number 2. All right. This is nothing to shy away from. This is nothing to honor. All right. This is you should damn sure be. Hell yes, it's me. All right. Say it in the comments. This is me. I am pile number 2. All right. Because if this is you, that's exactly the way that you would be living your life, thinking about your life and feeling about your existence here. Okay. Really, this is a call for you to realize how closely connected you are to source, how closely connected you are to divinity, how no one can take that from you, how not even ignorance can take that from you. Okay. Could you imagine if we had to like actually think about when the last time our heart beat in order to stay alive? There's such a thing as the grace that has been placed upon us by divinity. All right. Because we're not set up for failure. We're set up for the success and greatness that we already always are. And on the other side of that, being broken open, you can clearly and consistently maintain that perception. There's no perfection required here, only sovereignty. And you've been bequeathed that by divinity, and no one can take that from you. So now what? Okay, so if that's you, where you got to speak a truth, and so what of it? Right? Take your power back. Don't give it away to something that is beneath you, like somebody's opinion. How is somebody's opinion trumping both the energy of the Hierophant and High Priestess? This is the mother father counterpart of all aspected divinity backing you, within you, connected to you. Do you understand? I hope somebody's getting this. All right? Because when you understand that, you damn sure can't help but to live out that. Now, current energies is not giving that, huh? So please take the perception that you've just been afforded about the reality of your situation, pile number 2, those connected to it. I'll own up to it if you won't, just saying, right? And make the decision, okay, to enter into this balance. And maybe you do need to study. Maybe you do need to slow it down. Maybe you do need to ask for help. All right? But at the same time, don't you have it all? You've got access to it all. You're not here to know it all. You're not here to be omniscient. All right? So take the pressure off. On the other side of you kind of working through this, all right, back to this page energy, or excuse me, it's a page energy, Knight of Cups energy, right? Where you're learning, oh, I feel good when I'm with these people. I do not feel good when I engage with that person, right? I like the way that things happen whenever I'm in these places doing these things. I do not like it over here, right? You're learning, you're growing, okay? In comes somebody to work with you. And this is a pretty special somebody. It's giving helpmate, soulmate. I'm not saying it's a romantic partner, to be clear. Soulmates often get overglorified if you ask me. It's all like, oh, hubba hubba, my soulmate. Girl, calm down. Because a soulmate can literally just mean that used to be your mailman when your name used to be Emily and your parents were Asian. You know what I like, just make sense, okay? Everything is possible going back to number one, pile number one. Just saying, okay? But you've got calmer waters ahead because you're going to actually have some sort of creative collaborative assistance, okay? This could heavily be connected to those that consider themselves creators, creatives, all right, artists, have some sort of skill set, artistry. This can also be referable to work as well, because the Eight of Pentacles does speak to that of, employment, excuse me, business, that kind of environment as well, okay? Now, this person, whether romantic or not, I'm not getting that it's 1010% romantic. Y'all know I would tell you. They're going to share in what your goals, dreams, and maybe even wishes fulfillment are. It's almost like somebody comes, they see you, they see your vision, they see you, they see your business plan, however it is, for your particular situation. There could be some significance. Also, like pile number one, maybe this is like an extension for some, from pile number one to two. But there's some significance to writing. Now, for some of you, this could be because you're being asked to journal, you're being asked to write a business plan, you're being asked to write a book. And others, it's because you have and or you will, and perhaps with this person, okay? And this person is going to also be really great at mentoring you through relationships. Okay, so if you do have some questions or assistance or need, all right, if this is a romantic partner, they will not have their head up their ass trying to be in a connection with you. It's not that type of vibe, timeline, or person, to be clear. And gosh, they're funny as you, or maybe it's more aptly stated, you have the same type of, personality. You like the same type of humor, right? Because from one humor to the next, not necessarily the same, right? Like dry humor comes to mind. It's like, yeah, that's pretty, you'd have to, you're like, that's something you gotta get. Like, and not everybody gets dry humor. You know what I mean? But this person will get you. I love that. This person is going to assist you, whether in actual chore work or not, right? They're going to assist you with, like, if you do need to research for aspects of a business plan, if you do need to research for, whatever, logistics, locations, or, legalisms also come to mind. This person's going to assist you. They're going to be a bit of a bestie here, best friend, you might even say, okay? It's giving God-sent energy to get you to the Six of Swords, where the water is calm, where you can see where you're going, where you can surrender some of these swords, some of these defense mechanisms, right? It's not giving the same type of timeline that you knew before, which is giving current energies, all right? Which tells me you're about to jump timelines. I love that for you, pile number two. And as you should, you deserve to be free in this new found balance, all right? We've all got masculine and feminine energies, okay? So it's really okay and makes sense to talk about the top tier, upper echelon aspect of those energies, which really in tarot is dumbed down to the Hierophant and the High Priestess energies, all right? So this is phenomenal news. This is something, as well as someone perhaps even look forward to, if no one else at all, at least your future version of yourself. And I love that for you, pal number two. Gosh, you gotta let me know what all you're doing, where you're going, and with who. I love it. Let's love and light, you guys. So that's what I have for you today for your angel messages. All right. And you know what? I do want to, let me just circle back here. Let me just circle back here to let you know who was, you know what? They did not out themselves. All right. I wanted to make sure I didn't skip over the specific names of the angels if I had any. Didn't need them apparently, because there are none in particular etched on those cards. I just double checked. All right. So it is what it is. You guys, if you have any questions about anything you hear or see on the channel, you know how to reach me by checking that description box. All right. And I really appreciate you guys coming on. Happy Saturday, regardless of whatever you do or do not have going on today or tonight. I really appreciate you. Please know you are loved. And I do very much look forward to the next live stream. And thank you for checking for your girl. All right. Please know that you guys are forever in my heart and mind, in spirit and in truth. And I definitely have been with y'all behind the scenes, as it were, up until this point, because I had a very pressing personal matter that I don't really want to get into at this moment. I definitely will. Okay, I definitely will. Just not right now. So thank you for sending a love light and well wishes to your girls' way, as well as the channel. You guys really do want to see the watch hours go up, please. All right, I know. If we had our way, I would be on the live stream. I'd be in your pocket. I'd be on your device personally, right? Puppet show and all. Okay, I know. But that's not always the way that the delivery is going to be from this point forward on the channel. And I know that too. So you guys, please support the channel when you see the uploads, please. All right, interact with them, say hi, something. I'm watching, and it's giving crickets, and you guys, you know, you keep me going. So please don't give me crickets. All right, bear with your girl. I'm doing the best while doing the most, to be clear. All right, and you will see me again, I promise. I don't know exactly when, but y'all know one thing about your girl: as soon as she can come on here, you got me. All right, I'm here with you and for you, never against you. All right, I love you guys so, so much, and thank you for being you, and thank you for not giving up. And me too, y'all. I promise. Much love and light.